Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has joined the world in mourning the passing of His Holiness Pope Francis, describing him as a global messenger of hope, humility, and humanity. In a statement issued this week, Guterres hailed the late pontiff as a powerful voice for peace, human dignity, and social justice, one who leaves behind a profound legacy of faith, service, and compassion, especially for the world's most vulnerable and those caught in the grip of conflict. Let's hear more details. Global tributes are pouring in following the death of Pope Francis, the first Latin American and Jesuit Pope who passed away on Easter Monday at the age of 88. The Argentinian pontiff died of a stroke and heart failure at his Vatican residence, marking the end of a decade-long papacy defined by humility, compassion, and a commitment to justice. Elected in 2013, he became the first pope in over 1,200 years, born outside Europe and led the Catholic Church's 1.3 billion followers through times of global turmoil. In recent years, he battled serious health issues, including pneumonia and multiple surgeries, and was often seen using a wheelchair or cane. His death was confirmed through a traditional Vatican ritual by the Camerlengo, who solemnly called out his birth name, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 3 times before officially announcing his person. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres was among world leaders who paid tribute, describing Pope Francis as a transcendent voice for peace, human dignity, and social justice.
I want to extend my deepest condolences to Catholics and all those around the world inspired by the extraordinary life and example of His Holiness Pope Francis. Pope Francis was a messenger of hope, humility, and humanity. He was a transcendent voice for peace, human dignity, and social justice. He leaves behind a legacy of faith, service, and compassion for all, especially those on the margins of life or trapped by the horrors of conflict. Pope Francis was a man of faith for all faiths, working with people of all beliefs and backgrounds to light a path forward. Through the years, we at United Nations were greatly inspired by his commitment to the goals and ideals of our organization, a message I was honored to convey in my meetings with him as Secretary General.
Guterres also highlighted the Pope's belief in shared humanity, quoting him as saying, "The future of humankind isn't exclusively in the hands of politicians, of great leaders of big companies. It is most of all in the hands of those who recognize the other as a you and themselves as part of an us."
Many of us find great meaning in his final Easter message delivered just yesterday. He appealed for us not to yield, as he called it, to the logic of fear. Instead, he urged the world to invest in what he referred to as the weapons of peace, to help the most vulnerable, to fight hunger, to advance development. Our divided and discordant world will be a much better place if we follow his example of unity and mutual understanding in our own actions.
Pope Francis leaves behind a legacy of faith and reform, remembered for his efforts to bridge divides, uplift the poor, and remind the world of the moral power of mercy. For African News, Khadija Tijalo. Now, Nigeria's recent petrol price drop from the Dangote refinery couldn't have come at a better time with inflation squeezing incomes. Many can now afford to keep their cars on the road, while domestic refineries, including Dangote, still fall short of meeting national demand and imports continue. The price cut